Welcome back to another daily video. We upload at 9 a.m. every single day, so make sure you subscribe, click that notification bell, that way you can stay up to date with our latest projects. Today I am fixing the carnage on the Tacoma. If you guys missed this video, so definitely be sure to watch the rest of that video so you can see that adventure and the rest of what happened that day. But I need to go ahead and try to figure out how to fix this because I don't like driving the truck around with no rear bumper. So if we come over to this end cap here that I have plasti dipped black, some of it came off on the bottom when it fell and hit the rocks, I guess. But if we look at the other side here, you can see this black plastic piece here is not supposed to be connected to this with this off the truck. So that is where it snapped. We have a piece right here that came off, and then this whole line here is what attaches to that other piece. So I'm gonna do my best to fix this. I actually found this whole piece here is about $40 that I can get shipped to me. So if this doesn't work, I can easily buy that. But I just wanna put it back on the truck so I'm not driving around like this. Now that I have this piece off, I'm trying to figure out why there's this kind of flat piece right here. I'm not sure if this was already connected somehow because there's tabs on the top of it, like it holds it up here, but nothing on this side here. So I'm not sure if I need to glue that in or not, but now we can line this up on the truck. All right, so I ended up taking this piece off. It's basically just a trim piece that goes just like this to kind of cover everything up. This is kind of a dry fit on how it's supposed to look. So obviously I'm missing a lot of pieces here that snapped right off, and so there's not a whole lot of connection points to it. I might honestly just be better off buying one and replacing this entire thing, but I'm gonna try to do my best to epoxy this into place just to at least get the looks back. And that's pretty much the dry fit right there. So I'm gonna be using some JB Weld, just have it on a paper towel here. All right, so that should be enough. Now I just need to line this piece up as best I can, both top and bottom, and let this cure for probably like 20 minutes or so, and then I should be able to move on to the next piece. So that looks pretty good right there. Well, I'm kind of getting a little impatient on this piece, and I don't have any clamps to hold this down. It's not really sticking that well, but I did a test mock-up actually putting this bumper cap back on, and it looks like I can get it to hold. So I'm gonna keep going even though this piece isn't completely solid. It's not really as important as this other piece here. So I'm just gonna put some more glue on the back side here, also on the top portion there, and then I can put this bumper cap back on, and it's actually gonna hold to the bumper itself. Up top there's two holes here, hopefully you guys can see them, and there's plastic tabs on the back side of the bumper cover, so it's going to lock into place to what's already fixed on the truck and not this broken piece here. So if I can get this to hold, then I'll have a pretty good temporary piece, and I'm definitely gonna have to buy a new one. But hopefully I can at least get this to work for the short term. Alright, so I'm gonna let this dry, and hopefully this one is a lot more solid than this piece here. While that is still curing down here and on that side piece, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this trim piece back in. It goes up underneath this cover here and just is gonna be held like that. And now what I can do, I have to pop this up just a little bit. There's a hole right there and a hole right there for these tabs here, and that's actually gonna go right into the bumper itself. And I lost a couple of these little plastic screw push pin things, but I have 3 of them to put up underneath just to hold it in place a little bit better. So there's 1, 2. Honestly, from a distance here, it doesn't look all that bad. What I can tell though is the gap here. I can put about 2 fingers down in the bottom side there. If we come over to the driver's side, it's just barely a little bit more than a finger. So it's not sitting completely correct since it's kind of obviously busted, there's no way to kind of hold that up and push it up any higher. So that's kind of where this one sits for now. But I'm okay with it. I mean, until I get the new piece in, at least I don't have to rock a half-finished rear bumper. Moving on to the exhaust now, I basically just have to loosen up this clamp and realign everything with the back of the exhaust here. I'm not sure if I want to take this off permanently at some point, depending on what I do rear bumper-wise. If I go a high clearance or a new bumper, we'll see. I'm not sure yet. I have left a couple messages for some dent guys as well, so I may not get that done in today's video. We'll see, depending on who I hear back from, but at least pretty much aside from that, I can get the truck looking like it did before I had my mini accident here. That's about where it was before it came off, so I think I'm gonna just leave it there. There we go. Perfect. Honestly, not bad. I think it looks pretty decent, pretty close to how it did, except for this one gap. It bothers me just a little bit, but no one's really gonna even see that. I got the exhaust tip on the way it was, and then I just left another message for another dent guy, so we'll see if I can get someone out here today or not. Next up, what I wanna do now is cover up this portion of the rock rail, because this happened the same time everything came off the back, and they are doing their job, which is good because I don't have to worry about a dent in the lower section of the door. But I want to cover this up with Plasti Dip just to make it look a little bit better. You can see there's already some rust on there, so I need to file that down and then I can spray it. So that should be enough. I just wanted to clean it up a little bit. That way the Plasti Dip could stick to it a little bit better and there's not all this rust here. All right, so this is just gonna cover up, even though I have black on the truck there, this is just gonna cover up any overspray on the blue. How many coats do you think we should do?
We can let that one dry and do one more just to smooth it out.
That's 3 coats of Plasti Dip, and it is still a little wet, but once it dries, you're really not gonna be able to see that. So that was an easy fix. We got the exhaust on. The bumper is almost lined up perfectly, so I may or may not get a new piece on that. And then I'm just waiting to hear back from the dent guy. It's the next day now, and we just got back from a body shop that Brian knows from back in the day when he worked at the car dealerships. So I got the quote in my hand here, but we're gonna go over the process of what they told us the repair would involve first.
So talking with the PDR guys, which is paintless dent repair, this is just not able to work. Just the way it is, it's not gonna work. So it needs actual body work. And to do that, of course, this piece comes off, the vinyl comes off, this plastic piece comes off, and then they actually have to rework the metal. They'd have to paint color about this size to blend it nicely, and then the whole panel will get clear coated. So it is a lot of work. It's not just popping out a dent, it's actual body work that needs to be repaired. Do you already show them the bill?
Nope, but we can go ahead and do that. So looking at this bill here, there's a whole bunch of, you know, the body labor, paint labor, everything like that parts. It comes to $679.14, which is a lot more than the $100 or $200 bill I thought, just popping out the dent. But clearly that's not gonna be the plan for this fix. So I have one of 3 options. I can pay almost $700 to make it look just like it was factory. Option 2 is to go with a high clearance rear bumper. That way we're actually cutting away this section right here, and then it's gonna obviously be on the side there. Option 3 is I do nothing. So comment down below, let me know. Honestly, I don't know.
As far as resale value, of course, people are going to ask. I did resale value for the last 3 years. None of the options would really make a difference. However, leaving it this way, if you were to trade in the truck, any normal dealership is, especially being the mileage and the year of this truck, they would fix it. So they would dock the car, you know, about $700.
Yeah.
If we have it completely fixed, the guy I know obviously will do it perfectly. Not going to affect resale value. Of course, if a dealership, you know, paint meters it, they would tell it's been painted, but it would look brand new, so they wouldn't care. If we do a high clearance bumper while we are chopping the actual body, and to go back to stock at that point, you're talking $2,000.
Yeah, if I go high clearance rear bumper, I'm going high clearance rear bumper. There's no turning back. So.
And if a dealership saw that, of course we do it well. And again, that wouldn't affect resale value. So the only thing that would hurt resale value is leaving it. So no matter what, you actually going to spend $700.
True.
So if you end up selling this car, unless this is a 280,000 miles in 15 years from now,
yeah,
it won't matter. But if you trade it in any time in the next 5 years, you will be spending that $700 no matter what.
Yeah. So let me know what you think down below. If I choose to fix it and have it repaired, there's a good chance I may end up denting it again, because the exhaust is what did that damage. So if I do the bumper, it's not gonna damage anything, obviously, because that's what the new bumper would be designed to do.
Steel right here.
Yeah.
And we'll probably just take the exhaust tip off anyway. The bumper's like this big.
Yeah.
So all this is gone down here, which is where it would hit anyway. But
yeah.
Solid steel around the whole rear end.
So those are my options. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I pretty much got the truck almost back to normal. Now I just have to figure out, of those 3 options, what's the best to do. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button. We'll see you guys next video.